But a lot of the things that he's suggesting now, I suggested when he was in 12th grade. That's the God's honest truth. In approximately 1979, he was in 12th grade, and I suggested that municipal police departments be disbanded and be placed under the county agency, one. I also at that time suggested that utilities authorities be merged into municipalities. Now we're trying to do that. I also asked that the borough of Manaloking at the time merge their services with the township of Brick, where I was a councilman. So now we have that agenda on the table. We should have been doing that agenda all along. And I am retired from a police department, so I'm just not throwing this out there as someone who's uninformed. If we look at the current structure of Ocean County, the majority of small police departments, if not all the small police departments, when you pick up the telephone, you go to the county sheriff's department anyway, and the county sheriff's department dispatches those police departments. Those two police departments right now could immediately be merged into one under the jurisdiction of the sheriff. You would have one police chief and a hierarchy that would be cohesive, but it would be reduced in size so that the public saves money. But what happens is this. You have a police officer who's in a small borough, and he has to take action and effectuate an arrest. When he's driving that person to the county jail, who's protecting the town? No one. That's not good public policy. So it's an easy process, but look, I know there's going to be opposition. There was opposition 30 years ago. The point is, let's do a feasibility study, and let's do right by the taxpayers. And ultimately, the sheriff is elected by the people, so you have the transparency and you have the accountability that you do not have now. A police chief is appointed in a semi-political process after testing in most cases, and they can be there for 20 or 30 years, whether they're doing a good job or a bad job. And removing a police chief, I'm telling you right now, is impossible. Not that I'm making that suggestion, but the people should decide who is leading the police agency. And I believe that in other positions such as judges, prosecutors, which I can go into in later detail.
So you think consolidating into the 21 county departments would be, obviously a way to save money, but just, thinking of maybe people watching at home, do you think maybe they're saying, hey, is this going to compromise safety? Like, I like to see police officers, like, patrolling and all over the, I think people feel like that sense of security.
Nope, I'm telling you from I work the control room, so I know how it works. Absolutely wrong. It actually increases it, because now that one police officer who's off the road from, let's say, Harvey Cedars and has to travel 35 miles to get to the county jail, if there's a call in Harvey Cedars, you're going to have an officer from a different precinct on Long Beach Island responding there, as opposed to that call holding until that police officer gets back. Let's take Brick Township for